Salutations, it's your friend DJ Kango here with just a thought to put under the cap. You know, we live in a world now where everybody wants to be the first to do something. But I woke up with a question on my mind this morning, and that question simply is, why can't we simply be thankful for what already is, what has already been done? You know, I think about that because of the fact that we live in a world where everybody wants to become social media famous. We live in a world where everybody wants to have the biggest, the brightest, the greatest, the next idea. But what about celebrating what has already been done? What about being the type of person to, rather than reinvent the wheel, let's get behind the wheel that's already there, and how can we improve upon it? Think about it. When the wheel was first invented, to my knowledge, it was invented with stone. But eventually someone decided maybe it was easier to make this wheel out of wood. And then someone eventually decided, I would be willing to guess, that it would be even easier to maneuver with this wheel, less bumpy, if we added a little bit of rubber. And in that process, I don't know if the rubber or the compressed air came first or came at the same time, but somebody said we could make this an even smoother ride if we added that air inside of an inner tube. So that way, as a person's traveling, they're able to not have to feel every bump in the road, versus the person that says, well, they've got their thing going on over there, and we've got our stuff going on over here. We have to make sure that we do this first before they get to it. Think about if our international community were to all team up to have gotten to the moon versus trying to be the first one to the moon. I would be willing to believe that we would have got there a lot sooner than we actually did. I think we live in a world now where issues such as right Twix factory and left Twix factory becomes more than a joke, but it has now become a situation where it has warped people's mind till they really believe that way of thinking. It's all the same company, but we've split our mindset. It's all the same concept, but we've split our mindset. It's all the same idea. It's all the same impression. It's all the same thought process, but we as humans have split our mindset. And with that being the case, we have divided ourselves and are now in a situation of being those crabs over the barrel. And we are trying to get to the top before the next one does. And in the process, pulling someone down just so that we could be on top. We're becoming those monkeys in the barrel. If you've ever played that game as a kid, where instead of realizing, like in the movie Ants, if we all work together, have you ever studied an ant? Everybody has their tasks, everybody has their job description, and they work together. When in that movie, they were in the situation of about to drown, they realized if we all come together and compress and push into each other versus trying to push up over the next person, we can all survive. And so I challenge you today, instead of being the next great idea, why don't you celebrate the idea that's already there?